All right, welcome to the first tutorial for the batch program. This will be a basic overview of what the program does. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you download and install the app is make sure you've enabled it in your add-ins manager. So find batch program and make sure you've unblocked it and said load automatically. Once you've done that, you will see a button show up in your tools menu. And this button will only be when you have a part or a drawing open. So clicking that gets us to our main window, and this will be where all the actions are run. The batch program is just that. It tries to do a bunch of tedious actions with a single click rather than having to go through each individual component. The general workflow is we can select what we want to display in the left window. So drawings, parts, and assemblies, and that sort of thing. So in my case, I've got one assembly open. So clicking assembly shows that in the left window. Clicking on that assembly will then go through the hierarchy and find all the associated drawings and parts with it. These will be color coded according to the settings that you have, which we'll go through at a later time. Once we have the drawings listed or the parts listed in the right window, we can then change many of the aspects or perform any actions depending on what we have selected here. So in this case, I've got 4 drawings selected, and I can change the eye properties of those specific parts. And you can change whether the model or drawing eye property to your choice. Similarly, we can perform actions. Part actions are done only to the part itself, whereas drawing actions will relate to the drawing. So in the case of exporting a part, you don't need to have a drawing created for the ability to export a DXF, for example. We can open up individually rather than having to go through the hierarchy and right click. Same thing, we can also close individually depending on what we have selected in the right window here. So it's fairly straightforward. Each of these options has some sub menus, and depending on what you click, you'll have options, which again we'll go through at a later time. But that is the basic flow of how the program works. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.